Hello everyone. One of the subscribers had requested me to demonstrate 4 multiplication sums involving 2-digit into 2-digit multiplication. In this video, I'll be covering the first 2 examples, and the next video will cover the remaining 2 examples. So the first sum, as you can see here, is 26 multiplied by 98. Now, as the procedure I have explained in the previous videos involving 2-digit into 2-digit multiplication, the procedure starts from the 4th rod, because the total number of digits in play here, 2 digits here, 2 digits there, the total number of digits in play here is 4. Okay, so the multiplication sum or the multiplication calculation on the abacus will start from the 4th rod. Okay, so this being our first rod, second, third, fourth, this is where our multiplication will start. Now the first step is, we'll now consider the tens place digit of 98, which is 9. So tens place digit of 98, which is 9, will be multiplied with 2 and 6 one by one in the first part of the calculation. So the first step is 9 multiplied by 2. That answer will be taken from this rod. 9 multiplied by 2 is 18. So 18 will start from this rod. 18 is done. We'll now move to the next rod, that is the third rod, and now we'll do 9 multiplied by 6. That is the tens place digit 9 will multiply the units place digit of the other number. 9 multiplied by 6 is 54. So 54 will be added from this third rod. So 50 and 4. Okay, so the first part of the calculation is now done. Now moving to the second part, we'll now take the units place digit of 98, which is 8, and multiply it with 2 and 6 one by one. So this will start from the third rod itself. We are already on the third rod. So 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. 16 will be added from this third rod. So 1 here, and for adding 6 on this rod, it will be done using -4 plus 10 formula. Okay, and for the last step, we'll move to the next rod, that is the second rod, and the last step is 8 multiplied by 6, which is 48. 48 will be added from this rod. So 48. Okay, so the answer that we have for 26 multiplied by 98 is 2548. Okay, 2548. Remember, even though all these calculations where 2-digit into 2-digit multiplication is involved, even though they start from the 4th rod, we'll start the calculation from the 4th rod, it need not necessarily always be a 4-digit answer. It could sometimes be a 3-digit answer as well. Okay, let's see if one of the examples gives us that kind of answer. I've already covered this part in some of the previous examples I've demonstrated in the earlier videos. Okay, so now let's move to the second example here. Again, we'll start from the 4th rod. The numbers are 38 multiplied by 43. So this time I'll be considering the tens place digit of 43 first, that is 4. Now this 4 will be multiplied with 3 and 8, that is the 2 digits of the other number one by one. So first step, 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12. Now 12 will start from the 4th rod, 1 and 2 on the next rod. Now we'll move one rod to the right, that is to the third rod, and then multiply that 4 with 8. 4 multiplied by 8 is 32. So 32 will be added from this rod, that is the third rod, 32. Okay, now the first part is done. For the second part, now the units place digit of 43, that is 3, will multiply the 2 digits of the other number. The first step here is 3 multiplied by 3. The answer is 9, but as you know, in case of multiplication on abacus, we always consider a 2-digit answer for any 1-digit multiplication table. Okay, so 3 multiplied by 3 will be considered as 09, not just 9. Okay, so it will be considered as 09. 0 on this rod, and 9 will be added on the next rod. So for adding 9 on this rod, it will be done using -1 plus 10. For the last step, we'll move to the one rod to the right, that is to the second rod, and the last step is 3 multiplied by 8, which is 24. So 24 will be added from this rod. So 20 and 4 on the next rod, that is the units place rod. So the final answer that we have for 38 multiplied by 43 is 1634. Okay, 1634. Now I'll cover the remaining 2 examples in the next video.